Hey y'all, and welcome to my channel. I'm so happy you're here. Today, we're diving into the heart of creating a home you truly love. And that starts with beautiful design. Now, we've all been there. Maybe you're staring at a room that just doesn't feel quite right, or maybe you're feeling overwhelmed before you even start. But let me tell you, creating a space that's both stylish and functional doesn't have to be overwhelming. So whether you're tackling a big renovation or just want to refresh a corner, stick around as we explore 10 common design mistakes and, most importantly, how to avoid them. Let's get started. Have you ever walked into a gorgeous room and thought, this is stunning, but how do people actually live here? The room might look like it belongs in a magazine, but is it practical for everyday life? That's the danger of prioritizing aesthetics over functionality. A space can be visually appealing, yet completely impractical. It's easy to get caught up in creating a Pinterest-worthy space. But remember, a home is meant to be lived in. It should cater to your daily needs and activities. Before you fall in love with a couch just for its looks, ask yourself, will it comfortably fit your family for movie nights? Will it withstand the wear and tear of everyday use? Think about how you actually use each space in your home. Consider the activities that take place in each room. Is it a place for gathering, working, or relaxing? Each function requires different considerations. Let that guide your choices. Make decisions based on how you live, not just how you want your home to look. Choose furniture that not only complements your style, but also suits your lifestyle. It should be both beautiful and practical. A cozy reading nook needs comfy armchairs, ones that you can sink into with a good book for hours. While a busy kitchen demands durable countertops, they should be able to handle spills, heat, and constant use. Don't sacrifice comfort for the sake of trends. Trends come and go, but comfort is timeless. A well-designed space should feel as good as it looks. It should be a joy to use every day. Remember, a truly beautiful home is one that embraces both style and function. It should be a perfect blend of aesthetics and practicality. One of the most common design mistakes I see is choosing furniture that's either too big or too small for a space. This can drastically affect the overall feel and functionality of the room. This can make a room feel off balance and visually unappealing. It can also lead to a cluttered look that detracts from the room's intended aesthetic. Before you buy that statement sofa or that adorable accent table, pull out your measuring tape. It's a simple step that can save you a lot of hassle and disappointment. Knowing the exact dimensions of your room and your furniture is key. Consider the ceiling height, as it plays a crucial role in how the furniture will fit and look in the space. A large, chunky coffee table might overpower a room with low ceilings, while a sleek, leggy design can make the space feel more open and airy. Visualize the flow of the room. Think about how people will move through the space and how the furniture will interact with the room's architecture. Can you easily walk around furniture, or is it blocking pathways and making the space feel cramped? Ensuring good flow is essential for a comfortable living environment. Don't be afraid to mix and match different scales. This can add visual interest and make the room feel more dynamic. Pair a larger sofa with smaller side tables, or balance a grand fireplace with delicate decor. This contrast can create a balanced and harmonious look. Remember, scale and proportion are all about creating harmony in your design. When done correctly, it can transform a room from ordinary to extraordinary. Lighting can make or break a space. It sets the mood, highlights architectural details, and impacts how colors appear. Relying solely on overhead lighting can cast harsh shadows, creating a cold and uninviting atmosphere. Instead, think about layering your lighting. Start with ambient lighting, like a central pendant light or recessed lighting, to provide overall illumination. Then, incorporate task lighting in areas where you need focused light, such as reading lamps by a cozy chair or pendant lights over a kitchen island. Finally, add accent lighting to highlight artwork, architectural features, or create a warm glow in corners. Table lamps, sconces, and picture lights are all great options. And don't forget the power of dimmers. They allow you to adjust the brightness and create different moods throughout the day. Color is such a powerful tool in design, but it can also be tricky to get right. The right color choices can transform a space, while the wrong ones can make it feel disjointed and uncomfortable. Using too many clashing colors can create a sense of chaos and make a space feel overwhelming. It's important to strike a balance to avoid visual clutter. Before you even pick up a paintbrush, take some time to create a cohesive color palette. Planning ahead can save you from costly mistakes and ensure a more polished look. Think about the mood you want to create and choose colors that complement each other. Consider how different shades and tones will interact in the space. A good rule of thumb is the 60-30-10 rule. This guideline helps in distributing colors in a balanced way. Choose a dominant color for 60% of the room, which will set the overall tone and feel of the space. A secondary color for 30% to add depth and interest without overwhelming the primary color. And an accent color for the remaining 10%. This small amount of color can make a big impact and tie the room together. Don't be afraid to incorporate neutrals. They can serve as a versatile foundation. Whites, grays, and beiges provide a calming backdrop for bolder pops of color. These neutral tones can make your accent colors stand out even more. And remember, color isn't just about paint. There are many ways to introduce color into a room. Bring in color through textiles, artwork, and decorative accents. These elements can be easily changed to update the look of your space. A well-coordinated color palette will create a sense of harmony and visual interest in your space. It will make your home feel more inviting and thoughtfully designed. Imagine this. You're hosting a dinner party, and your guests are constantly bumping into furniture or squeezing past each other. Not exactly the welcoming atmosphere you had in mind, right? That's why considering traffic flow is crucial when designing any room. Furniture arrangement should feel natural and intuitive, allowing people to move freely and comfortably. Start by identifying the natural entry and exit points of the room. Then, create clear pathways between these points, ensuring there's ample space for movement. Avoid placing furniture in a way that blocks doorways, hallways, or walkways. Consider the activities that will take place in the room. For example, leave enough space around a dining table for chairs to be pulled out comfortably. Don't be afraid to experiment with different furniture arrangements until you find one that feels right for the space. Clutter has a way of creeping into even the most thoughtfully designed spaces, but you can stay ahead of the game by incorporating smart storage solutions right from the start. Think about the specific storage needs of each room. Do you need a place to store extra blankets in the living room? Or are you constantly searching for a spot for your ever-growing cookbook collection? Built-in cabinets and shelves are a fantastic way to maximize storage space while adding a custom look to your home. Look for multifunctional furniture pieces, like ottomans with hidden storage or coffee tables with drawers. Don't forget about vertical space. Tall bookshelves or wall-mounted organizers can work wonders in smaller rooms. Remember, a place for everything and everything in its place. Texture and pattern add depth, dimension, and visual interest to a space. Without them, a room can feel flat and uninspired. Think of texture as the way a surface feels: smooth, rough, bumpy, or soft. Incorporating a variety of textures creates a sensory experience and adds visual intrigue. Mix and match different materials such as wood, metal, glass, and textiles to create contrast and visual interest. Don't be afraid to play with patterns. Combine stripes, florals, geometrics, and solids to add personality to your space. Start small by incorporating throws, pillows, and rugs with different textures and patterns. Remember, the key is to create a balanced and harmonious mix that reflects your personal style. A house becomes a home when it reflects the personalities and stories of the people who live there. Don't be afraid to infuse your space with personal touches that make it uniquely yours. Display cherished family photos, travel souvenirs, or vintage finds that spark joy and conversation. Incorporate artwork that speaks to your soul, whether it's a gallery wall of framed prints or a single statement piece. Don't be afraid to showcase your passions. If you love to read, create a cozy reading nook with overflowing bookshelves. If you're a passionate cook, display your favorite cookbooks and vintage kitchenware. Remember, your home should tell your story. Artwork has the power to transform a space, but only if it's scaled correctly. Hanging artwork too high or choosing pieces that are too small for the wall can disrupt the visual balance of the entire room. When hanging artwork, aim for eye level. A good rule of thumb is to position the center of the artwork about 60 inches from the floor. Consider the scale of the artwork in relation to the surrounding furniture. A large statement piece might look best above a sofa, while a grouping of smaller prints could work well above a console table. Don't be afraid to go big. A large-scale piece of art can create a dramatic focal point and add personality to a room. If you're unsure about scale, try using painter's tape to outline different sizes and arrangements on the wall before you commit to hanging. Choosing materials and finishes solely based on their looks can lead to frustration down the road. Before you fall in love with that delicate silk rug or that high-maintenance marble countertop, consider the practicality of your choices. Opt for durable and easy-to-clean materials, especially in high-traffic areas or spaces prone to spills and messes. Consider the lifestyle of your household. If you have young children or pets, you might want to choose fabrics and finishes that can withstand a little wear and tear. Don't be afraid to invest in quality pieces that will stand the test of time. Remember, a well-designed home should be both beautiful and livable. Well, friends, there you have it. 10 common design mistakes and, more importantly, how to avoid them. Remember, creating a home you love is a journey, not a race. Take your time, trust your instincts, and don't be afraid to experiment until you find what works best for you and your family. Thanks for joining me today. If you found these tips helpful, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel for more design inspiration, and share it with a friend who might find it helpful too. See you next time.